So now that I've sat with the cards, I'm going to go ahead and interpret them and also share with you what I learned. So with the current situation being Judgment, that is a major arcana, and it's basically an angel that's heralding new beginnings. That means if you take the opportunity and you listen to the call that this angel's making, then you are on your way to that new path that you've been seeking. It's right in front of you right now. Whatever time you're watching this video, it's right now. Whether you decide to take it or not can affect how fast and how effective your efforts are going to be going towards that goal. And for love, you're such a romantic person that you know that's your real goal, is to find a suit that matches, right? I love 21, I'm not gonna lie. Blackjack is like the tits of all gambling. Not that I'm playing, but it definitely is nice to get a suited match. You win a lot more than just a normal hand, and it's above average, which is what you deserve, right? And that's what you're seeking, and you'll know it when you see it. Is kind of like the motto that I live by, I know, as an Aquarius, and just as an individual who is very sure that you won't have to look so hard or so far into things if it's real and if it means something. If it is something that you have to kind of analyze, that's normal to make, take precautions. Red flags are a really big deal, but also take in mind your past hurts and remember, whatever the outcome is, if you decide that it's worth the risk, that it's gonna have to be worth the risk. That means at the end of it, you gotta be willing to put the blind faith in there, and if it doesn't work out, you gotta forgive yourself and be willing to walk away, even though you might have had investment of grand measures, emotionally and physically, of course. That's my biggest, I think, investment into somebody, is when I express intimacy physically with them, because it is not something that I am comfortable doing with just anybody, and it's something I can't get back. So physically, emotionally, if you put it in, you got to be willing to, at that time, see it as only, you can't put too much of that thought into it, because when it comes to it, if they do become someone else, or it doesn't work out for some reason, or you decide in the future that it's not worth it, it's not for you, you got to be willing to walk away, and you got to find a way to think your way through it during each step of the process, so that when it comes to that ending, you don't feel like you're walking away having been robbed, or like you aren't as full of a person. You want to do it for the right reasons. This is just another expression of my love and its growth, and that's how I tell myself the steps I'm taking, that's how I express that expression. Like, I try to think of it like a level up in my love, and the example of just how far I'm willing to go in blind faith to discover love again. So at the end of the relationship, if it doesn't work, I know that I can say, wow, I'm amazing. Like, I really went far just to love somebody. I couldn't even figure out how to love myself, but I did that too, just for this person. And it's amazing to find that liberation in relationships these days, because it's easy to get stuck in a relationship where you feel like the other person leaves with almost all of your heart, and you have literally a percentage of one left for yourself to deal with. And I went through that personally early. Like, I was 21 and a new mother, and had a loss, like a lot of grief I was dealing with at the time, and I had to build from 1% of myself. I had the idea that there was only that left, but I found a way to create the other 99% myself, which now I can give love freely, knowing that the love that I need in order to replace it is already there. so I can give that love and that awareness to others, and then they can help others too, and themselves, create their own fullness, so that what they're giving isn't putting them back, it's actually setting them above, and they're never actually putting out more than they have to spend. They're actually just creating more to spend while sitting on the original 100. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're 100% no matter what. Find the way to look at it that helps you the best, and know that there's always going to be a time where we are left alone to deal with this, where you feel like no matter who we ask, like, they're not listening. They're not going to come and sit by you. And that sucks, because I didn't have anyone to sit by me when I went through it. And just know that you have to just, you're right there, you know, push through it. It's going to be over. You will get better. It sounds cliche, but you guys, like, please listen to me. You will get so much better. And that independence is scary to the world. Nobody that I've met so far at first even understands what I'm experiencing. They just don't understand. They think it's like an act, but I'm not kidding. There's liberation at the end of that journey, and there's liberation in not depending on anyone else as best you can to keep this part of your chest from feeling any kind of pulled, you know? I mean, there's a good pull where you're like, whoa, I'm drawn to this. I'm gonna like fly towards it because I'm happy and I'm excited and it's making me happy, so I'm flying towards it. And then there's the, I'm chasing after, but I'm only just trying to get back whatever it is that's hooked into this person that's running away and purposely faltering and failing my trust and failing my loyalty. And I'm just continuously thinking that if I give more, he'll either come closer or let go. Yeah, don't do that. Just don't listen to your emotional state. Don't try to prove to them that you have all of you still. Just in the back of your head, think about the fact that you do, whether you feel that way or whether they see it or whether you even see it. It's there and you will find it. Just don't invest anymore into something. I mean, you can try, it's worth a shot. Those one times out of like 100 million, you got that person that just like that last little bit of them, they're like, I know if I give this away, I'm empty, I'm done. And then they do, and it's like comes back, and then like suddenly everything's perfect. But that's rare, okay? Like very rare. But keep hope alive, and definitely if you're someone who feels like they can afford it, then jump in, keep trying. But the point of judgment is that there's a new leaf to be turned, and if you want to, that leaf's right in front of you. You literally are the leaf that can be turned, like around, to walk the way that you may have turned away from in order to appease the partner you were with for a long time. So this emperor is in the position of, is the second position, excuse me, and this is your influence. It can be helpful or challenging energy, and this is a very strong male energy, which is powerful, which means it is able to move you emotionally and physically and pull you or push you or guide you. In this case, it's not so, it's not very good. It actually means it's good and bad, because this can represent controlling, manipulative, narcissistic men or man in your life, somebody who controls a lot of the things that you're going through or the emotions that you feel, or that draws it out of you rather. Now one side of this is the past. That side is the emperor who is using the power that they have over your life and the way that they affect you in order to try to get away with what they want to get away with. And it's not okay. So if you're someone who is just now in a relationship that has gone on for a long time, that is pulling you down, or any kind of behaviors that have came from letdowns, disappointments, then you definitely should be aware that that's a negative energy, and I don't see it changing anytime soon. This is brutal for me, okay, because I'm going through this with you, and it is very hard to accept that, because I too have invested a lot, like 12 years of myself into somebody, and deeply, when I don't even know what the hell I'm doing, and I've done it so purely, and my intentions were good. And I just have a hard time understanding why somebody does that, but it's not helping them or you to continue letting their antics affect you and pull you towards the way that you know you don't want to be going. Yeah. So, the next card we have is this is the past. It's in the third position. This is what started this is what kind of started the current and immediate past events. This is the issues that are stem from childhood early on, and then also that the original, like this current problem is stemming from this influence. The reason that you are seeing this issue is because you were very sheltered, not like you were raised right or wrong. It was just like you kind of retreated from your normal life and went into your own inner map, and you're trying to figure out all this stuff by yourself instead of looking outside and living like you normally were before. You just fell out, and a lot of it manifested into a person that was really right for you then. Back when you fell away, it was nice to have, it was company, and it was somebody who matched your level of ability to socialize, and so you kind of clung together and became really close. So close that codependency stemmed from it and created such a big nuisance, and it was almost more of a setback for both of you involved than it was anything else. Like, there was no setback. It's like you were standing still before, but then once you got to that closeness, you're almost moving backwards. And it just, sometimes people are going to run from their problems. They're going to run from what they want. Don't be that person anymore if you don't want to be. If you can only help but be that person, then just be easy on yourself in the process, and know that it's probably going to get very hard for you if you don't find that window and just take it. Starts with source. You gotta go to source for prayer, and you've got to ask for help. Not just that, but networking and connections. You gotta make new friends and connections. Staying inside is what led you to be vulnerable to the deception, because you didn't have a lot of support to defend or identify these traits in this person that your past had brought to you. So, immediate past, this is in the fourth position, and it's what's behind you. Basically, the Nine of Pentacles it's the card that comes normally right before your manifestations. This is like small little steps, small manifestations, all these small little acts that you've been putting in, like here and there and here and there and here and there, have like little manifestations. But the big one is all of those manifestations and all those little efforts, those little goals that you've met, boom, become whole, and then like the wholeness of your biggest goal becomes reality. This may be financially or your love life, and that can mean you're right before you're very close to your goal. Like, the love you seek within yourself may come first, or it may not. You may find the man of your dreams or the female of your dreams, but the first things that come will be, from this point on, will be success. Like you're so close. 9 is right before 10, which is completion. And this is really promising. So yay, if you take the right steps. Either way, at least if you continue with this person, you gave it your best, you can at least have peace about that in the moment and do something different. Try better to react calmly and look at it in a rational way of viewing it, rather than irrational. So maybe it might influence the possibility of it working out in the future. Or if you go the other way, know that the second you step off that, the second you step off of that, heightened, pedestal that you are up on now, trying to figure out how to get down with that person from the past. The second you step off of it, you don't even need to worry about it, because you're going to realize you are caught by the arms that were meant to hold you. Or you just learn to fly on your own. In that moment, you take that leap of faith away from him or her. You're going to find your wings, or you're going to find you don't need them. Someone else is there to hold you. Look at you. So for number 5th position, we have crowning thoughts, your thoughts regarding the situation. Now, the 2 of Pentacles is it's an earth card, so it's definitely, you're grounded. You're feeling very grounded. Your feet are firm on the ground. If you look at this card, you see how he is standing there with his feet on the ground. He's got these 2 pentacles that he is juggling, right? 2 very precious items in his eyes, right? He looks very calm, very, very grounded, and very focused. So he knows what he's doing, and he's juggling these, and there's a rainbow from one hand to the other, which means that he knows what he's doing. He's kind of weighing out the options, just like we need to, and he's doing it in such a way that is creating a light and a awareness that's a lot better, clearer sight. He's got very clear sight now, because he's looking at it, and he's continuously doing this juggling act that's helping him get used to and see again and catch, until it's like an automated motion, to the point where you can see a balanced point of view when it comes to these 2 options. You have 2 options. So your crowning thoughts are, what is going to serve me most? What makes me happy? Not what is right, not what I've invested in the most, not what I want to work out, but what is going to make me the most happy? Because at this point in life, we have to just savor the little bit we have of time and fill it with joy. I don't know how to do it, because I just wasn't taught, but there is a way to have joy, even in like the midst of all the confusion, and that's probably how you also are able to live longer and find more joy, is by becoming it. There's only been one person in my life I've seen that's just like non-stop happy, and I miss him a lot. He seriously is still that happy person, and I'm not jealous, I just like wish I knew his secret. He emotes happiness, and he like literally, like a well, he draws it up out of those around him. I mean, I have never felt so happy and excited about somebody, except for the last few months have been really, really full of joy, and same with, just raising my daughter has been amazing. But it's him who really stems from, because before that I didn't understand what I was missing. And he did happy things. He showed happiness when he showed affection. When he publicly displayed affection, it's like he was excited to be able to display his love, and that's just epic, man. So be expressive, display your love to family, spend time with them, share it. Know that that right there, if you have family or anybody there to share something with, that you can enjoy it with, that you have in common with, or that you can find in common, or even if you have to meet them at their level and just enjoy the things they enjoy, or sit with them in a happy state of mind. That excitement and joy is exactly what you need to be focused on if you can't seem to make sense of what you're juggling. Use those feet that are firmly planted to enjoy the scenic nature. It's a very calm outlook you have. There's no way to lose. Because if you're not ready to decide, then don't. Find the good in each situation and find the joy, and enjoy what you have right in front of you that isn't related to the subject, and it will come to you sooner or later. You will figure it out, I promise. So we have, in our 6th position, we have immediate future. What is about to happen? And this is so exciting. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Do you see her? She's standing so tall, and she's very calm, cool, collected. You have a peacock there, which means that, and it's behind her, basically. So basically the way I see it is all those times of in the past that we have looked for outside things, like outside sources or material objects, to display our worth to the world, to make them think that we are special, to bring attention to us. We're now walking away from that belief, and we're actually understanding that we're the freaking prize to ourselves. So we don't need anyone else to acknowledge that, because we are confident and we love to work hard, get what we need. We don't want somebody that's going to see a flashy, pair of Miss Me's and just, ooh, I'm like right there. She's got really sparkly butt pockets. I'm going to definitely marry this girl. No. We want somebody who's like, wow, what's her ethic like? They have to look deeper than that, you don't want somebody to marry that is literally going to run after you for your clothing or your style or your ability to make friends, or your popularity. That's all fake. We love popularity. I love when you like me. I'm just saying. So do that and subscribe, please. Just saying. But that's not why I'm doing it, okay? I really just want people to know that you're not your clothing. You're not your, it's almost better just develop those things, those character traits that are as good as Miss Me's, if not better, that you can't buy just anywhere. You have to work for those. You can't just get money from somebody and go and buy them anywhere. No, you have to literally work for these qualities, and they are treasure. They're jewels on your dress. They're jewels on your crown, and it's important that you remember you have the giant pentacle, which is called self-worth. And even if you don't have those qualities yet, that you're working on them, and that builds esteem. That's full esteem. That's a solid freaking rock to stand on, okay? We don't want no hollow ego that was built off of telling ourselves that we're something we're not. We want to be honest. We want to be real. We want to make sure we're protecting others from ourselves and our own behaviors, as well as our own behaviors need to be in alignment with our own protection. So here we are, we're doing numbers. This is the 7th position, yes, and this is your fears. We are going to talk about the emotional concerns regarding the situation. We have the Knight of Cups, and this guy's a savage. I can't even explain why he seems to be that cool, but he's pretty cool, I'm guessing. This is a fire energy, and so this is a fire sign and or a love that is very hot. He's a younger gentleman or a younger counterpart, so whoever is in question, I'm guessing this is about him. He is idealistic and romantic. So very high energy, and the excitement of the romantic relationship is immense. Like, that's how immense, like eye crossing. Well, hopefully not, but you get the point. Like, it's really, really powerful, and the emotion, like the emotions of it, I can feel it. It's amazing. It's giving you butterflies, and you're like, maybe this person isn't right. Maybe he's somebody else. Maybe my trust is not ready. What if I can't handle this? What if I hurt him? What if I'm already hurting him? What if I'm already hurting myself? Blah. Psh. Get all that stuff out of there. Like, clear your, like, make a little space, you know, and get in it, and just that, don't let any of that get in there. You don't even have to move. He's right there. So you don't have to make a path through all this garbage, you know? It's just lies. It's the enemy. You just need to walk like one step in front of you and make sure it's not going to trip you up. That's it. Walk one step in front of you. That's it. You just got to be ahead of the decision making, the behaviors that you have. One step ahead can keep you in a relationship that might last lifetimes, eternity for that matter. You could be hugging for eternity, like an eternal hug. It's going to be great, just saying. Alright, so got the 9 of Wands, and that is in the 8th position. Environmental factors. This is how others see you. And you see how he's holding that wand, and he's got the other 8 wands behind him. He has done a lot of work, is what I'm seeing. So this might be you or the person you're talking about that you are thinking about moving forward with, the new exciting feeling. He might feel like he's done a lot of work, and like, or you both might be matching this energy. It might be reflective in your guys' lives. You just feel like you put in every freaking ounce of your energy, and you're on that last wand. You're right there at that last one, about to put that behind you to get to the last one. The last, the 10th. The 10, right? The 10 of Wands is a completion. Like, you are so close. You feel like you're tired, exhausted, drained, like you don't have any ability to trust. But you just got that 1%. You're like, should I? But I don't want to, because I don't know what's going to happen. I should just stay here. I'm tired. I can use some sleep. No. Get up and get going. You got to run. You don't even really have to run. You just got to put that one behind you, and guess what? Boom, the other one will show up. So you put those fears behind you. You put all of that energy that you have left in that reserve, and you act like you never ever wanted to give up. That's that split decision. You just gotta be like, no, actually I'm gonna get up and run, because sitting here is death. Sitting here is sadness. Sitting here is time that I'm wasting. I'm never gonna get through to the, you know, like, you gotta risk the fact that you're tired and you might not make it. You gotta risk it to get the biscuit, baby. So get up and don't give up. Because right when you're breaking down, you know that there's a breakthrough right there. You're breaking down and then breaking through. Get it? Pretty easy to get. And I'm someone who's going through this too. So this all resonates with me. Just letting you know, I'm receiving so much from this, and I hope that you are totally going to receive what you are desiring. So that's confirmation. Go for it. This person ahead of you, whether it's you at the other side or not, like, it's, you turn around and you go towards them, wherever the joy is. You know yourself. You know what you need to do. I know what I need to do, and it's going to be a good feeling. It's God ordained, okay? So this is a divinely ordained and ordered thing. It's not you. You've done the work with that last relationship. You've gotten all of those things behind you. Like, all of those checkpoints you reached, they're not gone or lost. They were there for a reason, to lead you to this one where you wanted to give up, and now you get to know truly how strong you are and truly how good God is, okay? Because he's going to bring it in. Sorry. You just feel like that part of you that left when that partner from the past did, that you like craved their presence, like that presence that you were craving is actually residing in this person ahead of you. It was not there because it left that previous relationship. It left that person, okay? And now it's come around through another person and met you face to face. And that's a powerful moment when you look face to face in someone new's eyes and find a really big part of your emotional self and your energetic self. It is really weird, okay? But it's cool, so how can you deny that? It's yourself. You can't lie. It's love. Okay. So in the 9th position, we have your hopes and what you really wish for, and that is the 8 of Cups. Whoa, too close, I'm sorry. The 8 of Cups, and this guy has, okay, so what you're really wanting is like a new leaf to be turned over. Once that leaf turns over, you're wanting to trust your intuition, your inner reality, the steps being guided by spirit and by knowledge and experience that will prevent those things from the past from creeping up on you and those mistakes from being made again, because you don't want to make those mistakes again, I promise. So you have the 8 of Cups behind you because the 8 Cups are behind you because you're you're discovering new territory. This is a whole new leaf. It's like having another chapter when you thought that you just read the whole book, right? But it wasn't the way you wanted it to end. Now look at this. It's like almost a new book completely creating itself in front of you. Every step you take, there is a new, exciting, foot to step. You have an amazing ability to create joy in others' lives too. It's not just about like receiving the joy that comes from others. It's like understanding the purpose of your presence to them and how important you are in their life, and like what you inspire, the strength, like you inspire strength that can't be made sometimes. There's no one else going to come to do that for people, and you did. You changed lives, and you changed this person's life, obviously, because they were like feeling some kind of special for you. Like, whoa. Sorry, I'm just like, how is that even? The gratitude, oh god, it scared me. The gratitude, though, is there. And the 6 of Pentacles is a financial windfall and sharing money. So this person is definitely sharing gifts, whether that be psychic, spiritual, emotional, or all of the things that you learned, and all the ways that you learned to love the person in the past that didn't appreciate them. Like, you're going to do it again, and it's going to be matched and reflected and given back. You're like perfect soulmates. Just saying. So go forward, have no fear, and whatever you choose, do it out of love for yourself and potential joy in the future, not fear of moving. Just stay still and be with it. If you don't want to move, then don't. It's no one's business. Like, if the world's judging you, fine, just be like, at least I'm not moving at the pace of someone else who I'm not, like, I'm not just following the leader. I'm literally sitting here waiting for my own self to make the choice. It's a choice. It's all yours. So, thanks for tuning in. This is your beginning of March 2020 reading, and I hope you come back to see some more for the other half of March and for months to come for your readings and your guidance and your love and your Teresa. Thank you.